welcome back. This is Clay Funk here. I hope all is well with you. Sorry if you hear a little background noise. Hey, I got the family here. We rocking and rolling. So, what I wanted to do is continue with relaxing behind the kit. There's several different things that come to mind. One is audio. What the engineer is putting into your in-ears. You might have your drums too much in the mix, vice versa. You can have not enough in the mix and you feel like you have to compensate by not hearing enough. For myself, I like to have a little more of the music over top of the kit. If I'm playing an acoustic kit, I like to have maybe a little bit of kick to support the low end. Also, just a tad of the actual snare mix. Maybe it just depends, but overall, I like to have enough just seat the acoustic, just to give it a little support there. How you hold the sticks, what type of sticks you're using. Sometimes if you need power, a heavy stick can compensate for you slamming down. So, traditional grip may come into play. The molar stroke gives you that ability to create like a whipping motion, and you get this up. That's your first hit, and then you get a up, and then you start it back. So you're creating a triplet. But as you notice, I'm just getting out of the way of the stick. I'm not actually digging and playing each individual note. I'm just letting the stick bounce naturally, if you can see that. So I'm just catching a rebound and starting a new downbeat. Right? Same way, match, same way. It's like a wave. Drumsticks is just an extension of your hand. So you also need to know where the surface is on your kit, meaning don't play below. If you play below the surface, you tend to get those dents, those divots in your head, drum heads. That means because you're playing below the surface, you digging down in there, and that's actually a choked sound, because as you know, the bottom head gives you your natural resonation, and so if you're pressing down in there, you're stopping that drum from singing. So you need to be able to hit and come back up off of the head. One of the things for me is that this is a Vic First stick. It's a freestyle 5A. I also play the 7A, and if I need a lighter touch, the 7A gives that lightness. But this stick is also a 17, so it's a little lengthy than the 16th. Also, I find that by this being a longer stick, I don't need to change my grip that much. My fulcrum changed somewhat, but that's because you're playing a drum set, so your angles and your different rebounds and things is going to change. But for the most part, I'm not having to go up and down the stick like that to get like a strong beat. I can pretty much stay right here, and that's my grip, and just stay there. This finger sometime might get extended, or I might make my fulcrum in here, but for the most part, I'm using a molar stroke. Also, your setup. Just because you see it in a magazine set up a certain way, don't set your kit up that way. Make it feel good, so that you don't have to think about, okay, well, I got my 12-inch over here, my 8-inch over here, my floor tom over here. Two drummer, Keith Carlark and Daru, those guys, if you look at their setup, it tends to be unique. They also play traditional grips, so they're their toms may be angled away from them, but in relations to their strike, that right there puts them flat or flush with their strike. So when they come down, his snare, Daru's snare is like really angled, but it comes down perfectly, and he don't have to fight to get that whip. It's it's right there for them. Like each drum is in the center. There's no really like crazy reaching. If you notice, I'm playing light. I'm not like digging into it like that. So, of course, these are sample sounds, so you're gonna hear the full length of the note. You know, if I was playing the acoustic kit, then you would hear if I was to choke or dig down in the sound, it will mute the actual resonation of the bottom head. You know, if I played my 10-inch tight as my snare, then when I need to go from low to high, I'm not going to get those intervals there. So that's the reason why you have to learn you know, how to tune your facility. Well, it's a lot that goes on into it. If you ever see drummers, especially in the jazz realm or whatever, they play with a touch. They play with a lightness or relaxation to it. But the goal is just to go around the kit and allow the stick to bounce. You have to learn how to. Sometimes you might have to play on a pillar to get or something that don't give you a rebound, so that you can develop your wrist action, the strength of your wrist. But the five that I use is paradiddles, which is the singles and doubles, triplets, single strokes, double strokes, flams. I use dotted eighth notes. Every time you practice, have some kind of click track on so that you can, you know, stay in time, because at the end of the day, I always say time, you have to have time in order to be in time, if that makes sense. So, concentrate on the subdivisions, because if you concentrate on the subdivisions, it's naturally going to put you in a quarter note time, if that makes sense. So one E and right? E and two E and three E and four E and one E and two E and three E and four E and right? So develop those when you put on a click. This is a standard 2, 3, 4, 1 with the 1 accent, 2, and then I'm at 120. But let's go in and put subdivisions on. Let's try eighth note. 1 and, right? Now, so you want to do the leg work and get everything out of the way so you can just play. Not worrying about my ride, or if I'm hitting this, or if I'm locked in. If I need to play ahead or behind or whatever, or deceit in the music. You see what I'm saying? So I hope that helps somebody. So again, this is Clayton. I go by C-Funk, Clay Funk. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, hit that little notification bell so that you will be in the loop when I load something else. Again, if you haven't done so, please check my website out. Thank you for your time. Y'all take care.